him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
It was a dull party, a forced attempt at gaiety. No, London at war was not the same as London at peace. I sat by myself, wondering why I'd come, listening to the subdued conversation, tinged with foolish laughter. It was at this point that Lord Teasdale of the War Ministry came up and took a seat beside me.
Not exactly inspired, is it, Blakeney?
Neither inspired nor appropriate, Lord Teasdale. I wonder why.
Why, what?
Why Lady Anders would give such a party. She's not a frivolous woman.
Perhaps there's a frivolous man behind it all. She gave the party because I asked her to. Don't be embarrassed, Blakeney. You may not know it, but you're the guest of honor.
I?
Yes. This party was given for one reason, so that I could sit down here beside you, casually, without anybody suspecting my reasons, as somebody might if I'd called at your home or summoned you to the War Ministry.
I'm afraid I don't understand, Lord Teasdale.
You will. I must talk to you further, but not here. I'm going out into the garden. I'll re-enter the house through the library. I suggest you meet me there in about 5 minutes. No, you're wrong, Blakeney, but it's been nice to hear your views on the matter. Perhaps we can discuss them again someday, eh?
By all means, Your Lordship. Teasdale left me, casually exchanged a few words with other guests before strolling out into the garden. Curiosity impelled me to rush directly into the library, but I made my way there slowly, stopping to pass a word here and there. I reached the library and closed the door at almost the same instant that Teasdale entered the room from the garden.
Now we can talk, eh?
I hope so.
I think we'd better lock these doors first, though.
I don't think that'd be wise, sir.
Why not?
You've gone to great pains to make our meeting seem casual. Somebody tries the door and finds it locked when we're both seen leaving this room later.
You're quite right, yes. Sit down, then. And we'll make do with the situation as it is. If anybody comes in...
This chessboard and a stake of £10 on the table might explain our being here together.
Splendid. Now, I'll begin by asking you a question. Many people seem to know the answer, but I'd like to know personally and directly. Are you the Scarlet Pimpernel?
Are you asking as a curious man or as a member of the ministry?
As a member of the ministry.
Oh. Well, then I'll answer you. Yes.
Good. We need your help very badly. Among the guests here tonight is a Mr. John Sykes. Know him?
We were introduced, that's all. Seems rather an odd fellow.
Yes. He's an inventor.
Huh?
I'm going to tell you something in strictest confidence. Sykes has invented a new explosive, more than 4 times as powerful as anything the world has ever known before.
Oh, well. Yeah, that will give the French something to think about, won't it?
They are thinking about it. A great deal.
You mean they already know?
Yes.
How? Has the explosive already been put to use against them?
No, and it may never be.
Oh.
Don't be so startled. We're in a strange situation. We can't use the new powder against the French, but they could use it against us.
Well, that's rather a strange paradox.
But one that can be explained. You see, we tried the powder in our cannon. It blew the cannon to bits. The best metal we employ isn't strong enough. We're working on new alloys and formulas for the castings, but so far we've found nothing.
But the French have, huh?
Yes. They have a cannon that can utilize Sykes' powder.
That is a strange paradox. We have the best powder, they have the best cannon.
Yes. And this war may be decided by whichever side manages to obtain both. Cigar?
Oh, thank you. There's one thing I fail to grasp. How can we be certain that the French cannon can withstand this powder when our own can't?
Because the French have tried it.
How could they, without the powder?
They did have it.
What?
Just enough for a test. Sykes conducted his experiments at the Royal Science Academy, Part of the powder he prepared was stolen. The French got it and tried it. One of our agents observed their tests. Destruction of the target area was appalling.
Good Lord. Somebody managed to get that sample of the powder. How do we know he didn't also get a copy of the formula?
Because, fortunately, the formula has never been set down on paper. It reposes in the mind of one man, John Sykes. And there lies our problem, Blakeley. Sykes has been the recipient of anonymous threats against his life.
Then a written transcript of the formula should be taken at once.
No, he won't agree to that. He's a frightened man. Bit of a madman, too. The stamp of genius, I suppose. I'm not only afraid he might be killed...
I know what you're thinking. If the French could get their hands on him, they might persuade him to yield the secret. Chauvelin and others like him know the art of torture all too well.
Yes, and that must never happen. That's why I had to see you, Blakeney. For the sake of England, you and your League must guard Sykes with your lives. It must be done unobtrusively, so it doesn't precipitate a murder attempt. And even Sykes mustn't know. His fear approximates hysteria now. I beg
you needn't beg. I'm humbly grateful that you...
Oh, I didn't know anybody was here.
Oh, it's all right, Sykes. Just playing a game of chess. You met Percy Blakeney, I believe.
Yes, how do you do? I don't know why I came here. I don't like so many people around me. So many strangers.
Oh, nonsense, Sykes. Old friends. Why don't you just sit down and watch us?
Yes. Yes, by all means.
All right.
I believe it's your move, Blakeney.
Yes. Yes, my lord. I believe it is. I assembled the members of the League, and we set up our unofficial guard. Harding and Fuchs followed the carriage that Sykes rode in each day, going to and from his experiments. Another pair followed him whenever he went out in the evening, and Tony Dewhurst and I spent the nights prowling about the grounds outside his home. A week passed without incident, but then, one night, Tony and I met after circling the house carefully.
Everything all right, Blakeney?
Yes. How about the back?
Oh, locked tight. What's the hour?
Past midnight, I think.
Might as well relax somewhere.
Against the side of the house is a likely spot.
Yeah, right under his bedroom window. If there's any commotion up there, we'll hear it. Do you speak to Fuchs today?
No. Why?
He thinks Sykes is onto us.
What makes him think so?
He's been giving his coachman orders to travel faster and by different roads. Yesterday, he ordered the carriage to stop right after it had made a turn in Boreham Wood. Fuchs and Harding didn't know, of course, so when they made the turn, they had to ride right on past him. Fuchs said he was peering out of the carriage at him like a madman.
That's bad. Won't do to frighten him. They'll have to take greater care. We better post relays of men all along the way so that no two can follow him for any distance.
Oh, it'll be difficult now when we never know which road he'll take.
Yes. Well, then, we'll assign a different pair each day. Here, sit down. Better keep our voices low, though.
Right. In a sense, we're lucky Sykes lives alone. If anyone spotted us prowling about, that would really frighten him.
Well, let's hope we're the only ones prowling about, old boy. It's the friendship. The shot had been fired from around the corner of the house. I saw the blob of yellow light explode in the dark simultaneously with a sound, and the bullet bit into the wall, not inches from my head. Tony and I flung ourselves to the ground instinctively. Then we heard the echo of running feet. He's making off, Blakeney. Come on. After him. Around the house. A guard. Probably more than one. The guards may be alive with them. Careful around this corner. There he is. Stop! Stop, you! I'll fire!
No, don't! Don't kill me! Please don't kill me!
Good heavens, Blakeney. It's Sykes. Sykes!
Don't kill me, please. It's a lie. I haven't invented anything. They're all lying. I'll give you money.
Pull yourself together, man. We're not going to harm you.
I won't tell you anything, I won't. Not even if you kill me. But please, I don't want to die.
Now, nobody's going to hurt you, man. We've been watching you for your own good.
Besides, you're the one who tried to kill us.
I heard voices. I was lying in bed, and I heard them.
That must be enough.
Why were you talking French then? Why? I heard voices talking in French.
You imagined it.
No, I didn't. I heard you. I took the gun and came out of the back. You're French, aren't you?
Don't be a fool, man. Look at me. I'm Sir Percy Blakeney. This is Tony Dewhurst. Lord Teasdale introduced us at Lady Andover's party. You must remember that.
I remember. Yes, I remember now. But I did hear them. They were French.
You've been working hard under great strain. Now, we're here to watch you, to help you. Just have faith in that. Go in and rest. Lock that back door again and just go to sleep. We'll be here. There'll be friends guarding you every night.
You will protect me, won't you? You make sure the French don't reach me.
We'll give you our solemn word.
I've been followed. Every day they follow me.
Those are other men assigned to guard you, not enemies.
And they look French to me. They all look French. I think some of the people who work with me are French, too. They look English, and they say they are, but they could be spies. But how do I know about you? You say you're my friends, but...
Do be reasonable, Sykes. Just be calm and think. If we weren't friends, we'd have harmed you by now, wouldn't we?
You want my secret
We
first.
don't care about your secret. We won't even ask you about it, will we, Tony?
No. Now, here's the house. Go in and sleep.
And don't be afraid, Sykes. Good night.
Good night.
Phew, I say, he's in a bad way, Blakeney.
Yes. I hope he doesn't wipe that formula right out of his tortured mind.
He's ridden with hallucinations. That business about the French voice.
I know. Still, we mustn't take any chances. Here, let's have another good look about the grounds. You work around the front this time. I'll cover the back. Go through that brushwood and the trees. Any place where a man or men might hide.
We'd better bring more of the men out here, I think.
We will, starting tomorrow night. Well, I'll see you when we finish our round.
Right. If I see anything, I'll yell.
The search took almost a quarter of an hour. I got back to the meeting point without finding anything. Tony wasn't there, but he appeared before I became too uneasy.
All clear, Blakeney.
Good. I hope Sykes is getting some rest.
I'm afraid not. Too nervous to sleep. Library at the front of the house is likely.
Are you?
It's all right. He's reading. I can see his silhouette through the curtain.
Oh. Here, let's walk round and sit there where we can watch him. We went to the front of the house and sat under a tree on the lawn where we could watch the shadowy figure of Sykes stooped over a book. A minute passed. 2. I felt curiously tense.
What are you thinking of, Blakeney?
I don't know.
He's sitting awfully still.
Yes. He hasn't even moved to turn a page.
He might have fallen asleep in the chair.
Look, I don't want to set him off again, but we'd better find out. Come on. We'll have to tap on the window.
Oh, I hope he hasn't reloaded that gun. Asleep or awake, he'll jump 10 feet out of that chair.
Can't be helped. Sykes, it's Blakeney.
He doesn't move. He must be asleep, all right.
Sykes! Wake up, Sykes! You've got to get in here. Step back while I kick this last rope.
Sykes, are you...
Tony's voice caught in his throat. We stopped in the center of the room, our eyes glued to the chair. The figure in it wasn't the figure of a man. It was an improvised dummy, carefully built to throw a shadow on the window. The room was a shambles. I knew even before we searched the rest of the house, John Sykes was gone. It was a shattering blow. The signs of struggle in the room told us that Sykes had been taken by the French. I cursed myself for leaving the house to search the grounds. Tony's face was white, and I could feel the blood draining from my own.
What do we do, Blakeney?
Get to our horses.
Well, whoever took him, they can't have more than a 20-minute start.
That's long enough. Too long, perhaps. But in any case, they'll be headed for the channel.
Yes, but which port?
Folkestone or Dover are the most logical. Closest and shortest crossings for France. Now, I want you to round up Fuchs and Harding and the others.
I understand.
Let Harding take half the men and head for Dover. You bring the other half and follow me as quickly as you can on the road to Folkestone. It didn't take me too long to know that I had chosen the wrong road. An itinerant merchant taking a night journey with his cart told me that nothing had passed him in the night. Neither a carriage nor horseman. The same was confirmed miles further on by a man at the post house. Delays and questions kept me long enough for Tony and his group of League members to catch me at Folkestone.
No trace of him, eh, Blakeney?
None at all.
You checked the waterfront?
Spoke to the sentries down there.
Yes.
No sign of any craft moving out of here at any time tonight, large or small. Better mount up, men.
Going to head for Dover?
Yes. Take the shore road, in case they have a small vessel secreted along the coast somewhere. Of course, we mightn't see it. Or they may be already at sea.
Harding's group may have some news at Dover.
We'll know soon enough.
Yeah.
All right, men, let's ride. Up, boys.
covered the Dover Road all the way as Tony instructed, but all anybody saw was a lone rider.
Just one man, eh, Harding?
That's right, Blakeney. Probably just a rider making a night journey, but, well, it might have been somebody who got the information from Sykes and killed him.
No, it wouldn't be that. They couldn't kill him until they knew the formula was correct. They'd have to get him to France to be certain of that. Did you check along the waterfront?
Yes.
Anything?
Yes. Well, I'm afraid it's bad.
What?
Nothing definite about a ship, but a shore sentry was found dead about a mile up the beach less than an hour ago.
Somebody could have been there with a boat then.
Yeah, we're too late to stop it, Blakeney.
Too late to stop it in England, Tony, but if they got Sykes to France, we can get him back. Or die trying.
Well, with no idea where they're taking him?
They'll take him to their own war ministry in Paris. Now, we've got to get there first somehow. We'll seize him there on the street under their very noses before they get him inside.
No, they're still ahead of us.
I know. They won't press their journey as hard on French soil as they did here. We'll ride harder and faster once we get across. Come on. Let's get to naval headquarters. Captain Nelson is stationed here. A warship can get us across faster than anything we could rent or buy here.
A warship can't take us right into shore, and they couldn't stand by and wait while a longboat took us in. Not with the entire French fleet liable to swoop down on us.
They can take us within half a mile of shore, though, and we won't have to risk being seen landing a boat.
How do we cross that last half mile, though, Blakeney?
We swim. We made the French coast all right, but we had to kill 3 of their sentries to get clear. An inland raid on a farmhouse got us some clothing, and a raid on a post house got us some horses.
If they're making better time than we are, whatever road they may be on, they must be riding like the wind.
We'll bypass Amiens within the hour. If we keep going like this all night tonight, we'll be in Paris tomorrow in the early morning.
We should have gained a couple of hours, don't you think?
Yes, and we'll need it. You familiar with the square where the French War Ministry is?
Yes.
Good. We'll get carts, the largest we can find, and peasant dress for some of the men. And once we get Sykes away from the French and get out of the square, those carts can be turned over to block pursuit. It'll give us 2, maybe 3 minutes anyway.
Sounds good.
A large group lounging around might be suspects, but I think just you and I, dressed as beggars, can take Sykes from whatever guard brings him in. And if we move fast and suddenly, well, speed and surprise will work for us.
It doesn't sound like you're going to use all of us, Blakeney.
We'll all be used. Before this is over, Harding, I want you and your group to stop at Beauvais. Get French cavalry uniforms. And some for us when we get back to join you there. You know the spot?
Our old meeting place. The farm and the barn that were burned up.
Right. Well, we should be there any time tomorrow afternoon or night, depending on when they bring Sykes in.
We'll be waiting and ready to move.
Good. If we're ahead of our pursuers, the uniformers will give us clear passage to the coast. We'll cross the channel with a boat we hid last month near Calais.
Oh, now all we've got to worry about is what happens between now and the time we manage to get back to Calais.
That's only because you have a worrisome nature, old boy. By 10 o'clock in the morning, we were in the square outside the French War Ministry in Paris. Fuchs, Adams, Carney, Walsh, and Burns had large carts loaded with farm produce near each of the entrances to the square. Tony and I sat near the steps of the ministry in beggar's garb. The sun touched noon, but there was no sign of Sykes. 3 o'clock came, then 4.
Help, comrades, help. A few sous for an unfortunate brother.
A few sous for bread will bring you our blessing.
I haven't taken in 30 sous all day, Blakeney.
Nor I. Chap could starve to death in this business.
It's getting awfully late.
I know.
They'll arrive here first, you think?
No. We're on time. Unless I made a mistake. Unless they took him somewhere else. Hey, that carriage. General Staff insignia. Oh, they're coming here. Yes, this may be it. Give the others the alert signal.
Oh, just have a stretch. Blakeney, Chauvelin's in that carriage.
I know, I saw his face. And General Blaireau. He's their weapons expert.
Somebody else with them. Seated further back. I can't see the face.
I do. It's Sykes. Look. We need that carriage. It'll save us trouble here and at the gate. As they come up, stop. Jump up. Knock that coachman out and take the reins and go. Sykes. I'll see that he never gets out of the carriage. I'll be in there with him. Shout out. Here they come. Let the carriage door open first. Chauvelin's coming out first. Let him come. Now! Vive la France, comrades! Tony's cry halted all movement except ours. Chauvelin had reached the street, and I hit him at the same moment as Tony leapt to the top of the cab and sent the coachman hurtling to the ground. Inside the carriage, General Blaireau was half-turned to let Sykes out ahead of him. My dive into the carriage sprawled both of them on the floor as we lurched into motion. Up! See, that's cowboy! Why, you... I'll...
Don't get angry. General!
I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
Sykes! No, you fool, it's me, Blakeney. We're trying to save you. His eyes burned like the eyes of a maniac. He struggled, clawing madly at my face. His nails ripped into my cheek. I had to hit him. Then he crumpled into a sobbing heap as Tony guided the horses out of the square. I turned and saw Fuchs and the others block the square with overturned carts, then run for their mounts.
Everything all right down there, Blakeney?
Like a charm. Sykes got hysterical, though, and I had to knock him out.
Well, you calm down, Nature. Fuchs and the others were all right. They're coming after us.
Good. Let's see how fast we can get this carriage to Amiens. I took some papers from General Blaireau's pocket before we dumped him out at a convenient spot. Sykes came to after a while and sat huddled in a corner of the carriage. I tried to talk to him, but he just stared at me wildly and didn't answer. It was dark when we reached the burned-out barn near Amiens. Tony brought the carriage to a halt. I got Sykes out, and we stood for a moment. Then uniformed figures moved out of the dark. Harding and our men. I was just about to greet them when Sykes broke from me suddenly and screamed.
Soldiers! Comrade soldiers! Seize these men! They're English! They seized me away from Citizen Chauvelin and General Blaireau!
Harding and the other men stopped dead in their tracks. We all stared at Sykes in the faint light of the moon.
Obey me, you fools. I am John Sykes. I have come to win the war for you. My powder will bring England to its knees. I will be the ruler of England, and we will be allies. So obey me. I said obey me. Give me your gun, and I will kill them.
We were all too stunned to move for a moment. Sykes seized the gun from Harding's hand.
You French will learn to obey me, just as England and the world will learn to obey me. I will teach you a lesson, and then your men will obey and kill these Englishmen.
It was like being hypnotized. He raised the gun almost to Harding's face. I saw his fingers move towards the trigger when, almost without being conscious of it, my own moved, and I felt the shock of my gun firing, and saw Sykes turn with a wild, startled look before he fell. He was mad. Raving mad. Power mad. He made a bargain. A bargain with the French. For a kingdom.
Good heavens. He could have killed me. I was too surprised to move. I'm grateful, Blakeney. You saved my life. But his was worth more. His secret.
He wanted a price our country never would have paid. We haven't failed, gentlemen. We haven't got his secret, but the French will never get it either. And we wound up with a little secret of theirs.
Oh, what secret?
I took some papers from General Blaireau. A formula for their cannon. Well, now we're on an even footing again. I rather think the game of chess Lord Teasdale started me on ends in a checkmate. Mind up, gentlemen. It's still a long way home.
I don't know how to thank you, Blakeney.
Oh, no thanks are necessary, Lord Teasdale. We're no better off than we were, and no worse.
Do you think he really had sold out to the French, or was he mad?
Both. He'd struck a bargain with them, all right.
You know, Blakeney, in a way, I'm glad it ended as it did. The things that we and the French already have to destroy each other with are horrible enough. If Sykes had lived, the combination of this cannon and his powder might have been the most destructive weapon the world would ever know.
Possibly, my lord, possibly, but I rather imagine that's what men have thought of every weapon in history. Even the first men ever to fall with a spear or an arrow through their chest.
Yes. I pray that heaven never lets it get worse.
Oh, heaven won't, sir. When it's made worse, it'll be men who make it that way. him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
Presenting Marius Goring, star of the motion picture Red Shoes, as Baroness Orpsey's immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
France was overflowing with prisoners of war. English seamen, soldiers from Spain and Austria. The number mounted from hundreds to thousands. And the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel worked night and day, planning escapes and rescues. But the number we could save seemed pitifully small. Let's take a look at this map of France.
What about it? You mean these little marks you made?
Yes. I've marked off 15 areas. The walking distance between each is not more than the average man could do easily in one night between dark and sunrise.
I see.
One man moving alone at night doesn't run much risk of detection, especially moving across country. From any point, the Channel coast can be reached in 15 nights.
Or less, easily, depending upon the starting point.
The only thing the escaping man would need would be a hideout in each area. A place where he'd be assured of food and a place to sleep in safety during the daylight hours.
Yes, and that's where the plan becomes not so simple.
It would be exceedingly simple if we could find one man, one Frenchman in each one of these areas to give refuge. We could help 50, even 100 men to escape in the time it took us to rescue 4.
And they could make their own way to the coast. One bad one in the 15 could cost the lives of all the rest, Blakeney.
No. No. Because each one in the chain will know only the next one he sends the prisoners on to.
Listen. Here comes Tony with the rest of the men.
I outlined the plan, and the men were assigned to their posts. I took the Montluçon area and found a baker who was not sympathetic to the new regime that ruled his country. Within a month, we had our 15 men. We checked, we rechecked on them carefully. They all seemed sincere.
That's all right to do.
Well, you've heard all the reports, Blakeney. What do you think? The choices all sound splendid, Tony.
I'd wager my life on the man I chose. The others all seem to feel the same. If you ask me, we are ready to go.
Yes. Well, the proof will be in the test. We might as well test the whole chain, see if there's a weak link. Some British seamen are being held in Bordeaux, aren't they, Tony?
Yes, 9 of them.
Yeah, well, the first stop from there would be Limoges. Your man, Harding?
Yes.
What sort of a farm does he have? Large one?
No, small, just he and his wife. No farm hands to contend with, and a large barn.
Excellent. Well, if we get the 9 to Limoges, the night of the escape, he can put them all up in the barn. One man can leave each night after that. And if they all reach Calais, we know we're all right.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, I like it too, Blakeney, but remember, that Bordeaux prison isn't easy. It will be. 5 nights from now.
5 nights from now? Why?
That's the night of their annual wine festival. A very gay evening. Last time I saw it, some girls from the town came to the prison courtyard to take supper and dance with the guards. You know, musicians wandering in and out.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that.
The French won't.
Yeah.
Well, some of you fellows are going to look lovely in wigs and bonnets. And you can choose among yourselves which will pretend to be musicians. You go along with the idea, Harding? On one condition. What? That if Tony draws the role of musician, he be absolutely forbidden to sing. Well, that's a nice thing to say, old boy, I'm sure. I'm certain that I sound as good singing as you'll look if you have to dress as a girl. All right. Now, that's enough. Come on, boys. We've work to do. Let's go over this plan of the Bordeaux prison, shall we? On the night of the wine festival, in various disguises, we were all in the prison courtyard. Tony and myself and 4 others were the musicians, but we also carried a large trunk, similar to that used by sorcerers and magicians. We played for the dancers for more than an hour, then I gave the signal to leave, as the commandant of the guard danced in front of us.
Come on, musicians. Hey, why'd you stop playing?
Oh, my men are tired, mon commandant, and they are thirsty. If we empty our hearts of our music, we should also fill our stomachs with wine.
But of course, comrade. Yes, I will have some brought to you.
And keep us here like prisoners, eh? While your guards win all the smiles of the ladies. No. We must wander about too, if you please.
But we must have entertainment. What about the trunk of the magician? Some feats of magic while the musicians rest. Huh?
I am also the magician, Commandant. Give us but half an hour to enjoy ourselves, and I will perform an act of magic you will never forget.
Very well. A half hour. Huh? Now, enjoy yourself.
Ah! You hear, men? 3 cheers for our host, the Commandant. But before we seek pleasure for ourselves, mon Commandant, I must ask a favor. Is there an empty cell in the prison?
Yes. But what is that to you?
Our instruments and my magic tricks are worth much money. I would like them safely locked away. Even prison guards can be dishonest, you know, mon commandant. And you have many guests from the outside.
Very well. Bring your things and I will lock them away for you.
He led us through the guardroom of the prison, where a few of the guards were huddled in the corners, stealing kisses from blushing visitors. We went through a heavy gate to the cells, turned into a dark corridor, and halted.
You may put your things in here for safekeeping.
I'm sorry, old fella, but we'll put you in there for safekeeping.
English? You?
Right, Tony. Tie him, gag him, then lock him in. Right. Get that trunk open, Harding. Get the clothes out. English prisoners, attention. We've come to rescue you. Let us know what cells you're in. Hey! Not too loud! Not too loud! Not too loud! We'll have you out in a minute. Throw me those keys, Tony. We released the 9 seamen and got them into French dress. We also supplied them with musical instruments from the trunk so that our men in the courtyard would recognize them if trouble started. And then we left the cells. The trouble came sooner than we expected as we started out casually through the guardroom. One of the guards was standing sullenly where his girl had left him. I noticed him look at us when we came in.
Where is the commandant?
He? He is engrossed in the trunk of magic I left in there. He will be out in a moment.
You were going to leave your instruments in there?
The cells are damp. It would harm them. We carry them with us.
When you went in, you were only 5 or 6. Now there are so many.
When we came in, you were too engrossed with your lady to know how many of us passed. Come, find another wench while we play for you.
No, I will stay here.
All right. But the festival is a time of joy. Come, comrades. Let us not be moody like this one. Into the courtyard for music and merriment. Even as we left the guardroom, the sullen one started for the cells. It would take him less than a minute to find the commandant. Once out of the courtyard, I headed for the gate at an even pace. That guard will raise the alarm any moment. I know. The party's over. We're leaving. Will some of you ladies join my lonely musicians? Our men understood. They're coming through the crowd.
The English! They are escaping! Still there! They are escaping!
There it is.
All right, my fellas. Run for it.
You should try running in one of these skirts.
Stop them! Fire!
Nasty fellow shooting at ladies.
The guards were half drunk and confused, and only a couple of them had muskets. They were forced to fire above the crowd as we smashed our way to the gate. Tony and the others threw their musical instruments at the head of our pursuers, and only a few moments later, we were mounted and away.
2 minutes about back there. We'll be out of town before they organize the pursuit. When we are clear, split up and ride across country. We get these prisoners to the barn at Limoges before morning.
We reached Limoges, left the seamen, and waited. The escape chain worked. They all reached the Channel and crossed to England safely. And after that, we started our rescue operations from all parts of France. It went on gaily for a month. Then one night, we met to plan an escape from men held at Orleans. Harding was the last to show up for our meeting. As soon as I saw his face, I knew something was wrong.
Blakely, I've got to talk to you. I've just come in from Paris.
Hey, well, what's the matter, Harding?
I passed the Ministry of Public Safety there this morning. Soldiers brought in some prisoners. 8 of them.
Yeah, go on.
One of the prisoners was my farmer from Limoges, the first link in the escape chain. There were 7 others. I managed to get some information. They were all men who were helping us, including your baker from Montluçon. Citizen Chauvelin ordered them all executed.
How? How could they get 8 of them? Well, that's nothing to wonder now, though. Well, we've got to get them out. Come on, get ready, men.
No, it's no good, Blakely. We're too late. Chauvelin didn't even wait overnight. They were guillotined immediately.
8 friends dead out of 15. Well, nothing we can do about that, Blakely. Our plan worked. We got more than 200 men free. We must prepare the chain and go on with it.
He's right, Blakely.
Yes, I know, but first we must check the rest of the chain. Because one of the 7 links left to us has betrayed us.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
The unmasking of our betrayer required careful planning. Even more careful than the planning used to set up the route of escape. We talked about it for hours. Oh, I don't know. It seems impossible, Blakely. Each of the men we chose knew only the next stop to send the men on to. He'd only be in a position to betray 1 man, not 8. Just the same, 8 men are dead. It must have been one of the prisoners we sent through who betrayed them to the French. That's not possible.
Why not, Blakely? I'm inclined to agree with Tony.
If it had been a prisoner, the French would have guillotined all the men they contacted, not just 8 of them. Well, that would depend on where the prisoner started from. Think carefully, gentlemen, because you're wrong. Remember, one of the men executed was Harding's farmer from Limoges, the first link in the chain.
Any prisoner starting from there would know all 15. And if he didn't start from there, the farmer from Limoges would still be alive.
He's right, Tony.
Yes. Sorry, Blakeney. But there's another puzzle. The 8 men weren't taken in sequence. The man in Area 2 after Limoges hasn't been caught. Well, the man in Area 6 is all right. Area 8 and 9. Then Area 11 to 15. I know. That proves only that the betrayer is very clever. He'll never expose the entire chain.
Why not?
Because if he did, we could start all over again without him. And he wouldn't know what we were doing.
Everything worked perfectly the first month, Blake.
Of course it did. To gain our confidence. But the escaped prisoners will start to be caught now, together with the French who are on our side. Unless we find the weak link.
We worked so hard. They were chosen so carefully. All of us had every reason to believe the man we had chosen was against the present French government.
Men are strange creatures, Harding. Sometimes they can be against a government, but still in love with their country. Still opposed to its enemies.
Blakeney, I don't know how we're going to apply that to any one of our 7 men. They all seem perfectly innocent. We've got no true reason to suspect any one of them.
Yes, we have. Because there's one I suspect.
What? Which one? And why?
Link number 2 in our chain. Dr. Leblanc from the Guéret area.
Dr. Leblanc? But I chose the doctor myself, Blakeney. By what right or what reason do you suspect him?
Men on either side of him were taken, Tony.
What, the same applies to the man in Area 6?
Yes, but... Look, that's what he wants us to think. Remember, the men escaping came from Limoges to him. Very likely that one of them might mention the starting point. He's the only one who could have known they came from the farmers.
All right, then. But by the same token, he only knew of one man to send them on to. But 7 others were exposed.
How? I can answer that very simply. Dr. Leblanc took a little journey. He himself pretended to be a prisoner.
What? You can't judge the man without being certain.
I will be certain, Tony. Have no fear. I want one man to go to each of the areas in which our men have been exposed. You will replace them temporarily, in French disguise, of course, and notify others in the chain that operations are to be resumed. But once that is done, do not remain here.
Why not?
Because I don't want any of you denounced and guillotined. I just want to trap Leblanc.
Well, how do you propose to do that, eh?
By placing myself in his hands as an escaping prisoner. It took 3 days to arrange it. Early on the morning of the 4th day, before dawn, I made my way to the home of Dr. Leblanc in the village of Guéret. I threw pebbles up at the bedroom window. 2 minutes later, I was in the house with Dr. Leblanc.
You are the first prisoner to come through in almost a week.
I don't think about that. All I know is I walked all night and I'm hungry.
I will fix you some food. Have you been a prisoner for long?
No. My ship was sunk by one of yours. I was the only survivor. Some troops were taking me to the prison when I was rescued.
By Englishmen?
Yes.
Scarlet Pimpernel and his men. They have made Chauvelin and our officials look like bigger fools than they are.
You don't seem to favor your government, Doctor.
France will outlive such men, monsieur. Someday all Frenchmen will unite in heart and in spirit as of old, and there will be no traitors in high places or low. Here is your food, man. When you have eaten, I will take you to the garret where you may sleep in safety until tomorrow night.
Where do I go from here?
I will give you an address in Montluçon. You are fortunate to come when you do. Something has been amiss. Some people who would have helped you were caught. It was only yesterday that I got the name of a new man in Montluçon. He will send you on.
Good. I never thought I'd live to see England again.
You will. What prison were the troops taking you to? Bordeaux?
Yes.
Then you stopped last night at a hideaway in Limoges.
Yes.
A good man, the one who cares for you there. I can't seem to recall his name at the moment. What was it again?
Oh, I don't remember.
I know it, if only I could remember. You know, I can't even think of his trade. Is he... of course. How stupid of me to forget. Such a long time since I've been to Limoges. Where does he have his shop these days?
Where was it last time you saw him?
As I said, it was long ago.
Place he has. Looks as if he'd been there a long time. Probably the same place, you know.
What is the address, though?
I don't think I should tell anybody that.
Oh, now, surely you cannot distrust me. The cobbler sent you to me, did he not?
Yes, but...
Then realize that I am testing you, you fool. I risked my life to help you. Tell me the address, and I will know that you are truly a prisoner and not a spy out to expose me.
Oh. I'm sorry. I was being too careful. The cobbler's name is René. His shop is at 19 Rue Moulin.
It's well you remember. Now I may relax. You are a lucky man, monsieur, to be able to look forward to return to England.
You have been there?
Many times before our countries went to war. I have friends there, good friends. I have love and respect for your people all my life. I can never regard them as enemies. Often I think they have qualities of loyalty which my own countrymen today seem to lack.
He talked about England until the night was gone and the sun was riding high in the sky. He showed me to a bed in the garret. I was torn with doubts. Tony had believed in him, in his friendship for the English, his hatred of French officials. But one thing stood out in my mind and prevailed. His insistence on knowing the identity of the new man in Limoges. I stayed in his house through the day and left at night, joining Tony and the others. Well, are you satisfied, Blakeney? He's all right, isn't he? I don't know. It could be. But he wanted to know the identity of our man at Limoges. That's the only one he'd have to ask about. For the others, he can get by the same pretense I suspect he used before.
You mean you think he'll pass himself off as a prisoner again?
We'll find out by tomorrow night. Oh, what do you mean? He sent me on to the new Montluçon address you provided him with. The stable in Rue Cambrion. By tomorrow night, he should be there himself, seeking further directions. If he doesn't come, will you admit you're wrong? Yes, Tony. If he doesn't come, I'll be very happy to admit that I'm wrong. But I'm afraid he'll come. Sit down, Tony. Oh, I'm too nervous. Where are Harding and the others? They're posted about outside. Make certain that we're not caught in a raid. It's almost dawn. He isn't coming. I told you he was all right. Don't, Tony. We may even have to wait another night. What was that? A whistle, Tony. The signal for prisoners approaching this man here. But we know that no genuine prisoners are due. Don't we? You'd better hide in those stalls, Tony. The night guy's all right. Yes, you look like a French stable keeper. But why bother? If it's him, you'll be satisfied. I want you to be satisfied. I want you to hear him ask for the address of the next man. Now go. Oh, all right. Quickly, behind that hay. Get down. Come in, comrade. Come in.
Merci. Merci.
A prisoner came through last night. I did not expect another so soon.
The English helped me to escape.
Then you are one of them. But you speak French very well?
I am French, but I was helping them and they became suspects, so I'll send me on to England.
Oh, I see. I will get you some food.
Oh, no, I'm not hungry. I just want to sleep. If you can show me to a bed and give me the name and address of my next contact in Bourges.
How did you know the next stop is in Bourges?
The English mentioned a stop there.
Liar! You liar! Oh, don't move, Doctor. Remember me, Doctor? You? Yes, Doctor. And I am your prisoner of last night.
Well, life is full of surprises, isn't it, Monsieur?
Harding and the other are outside waiting. I'll let them in. Why did you do it, Doctor?
Because I am a Frenchman, Monsieur. Each man thinks his own way and has his own beliefs.
You said you hated Chauvelin, all he and his kind stood for.
And I do. But I love France. I did not let any of your escaping prisoners be recaptured. I merely denounced Frenchmen who would betray their country, whether the rulers be good or bad.
They were honest men, Doctor. Men who loved France as much as you do. But men who could distinguish between right and wrong. What are we going to do with him, Blakeney?
What can you do but kill me, gentlemen? And I know you well. You cannot kill me in cold blood.
Nor can we leave you alive to expose the other 7 men who helped us.
You can take them to England with you. Or I can help you out of your dilemma.
You? Help from you?
Yes, monsieur. I deceive you, and you are bitter against me. I will make you a sporting proposition. If I win, I leave here freely, and you give up your plan. If I lose, your plan goes on, and you will have your satisfaction out. I am at your disposal, monsieur.
A duel?
Why not, monsieur? For greater stakes than any but us will know. I am well trained with pistol or sword. It is your choice.
Pistols. Act as your second, will you, Hardy?
All right.
You, those of you who want to do this?
Yes. Your pistol, Doctor.
Stand back to back. I will count to 10. Take one step at each count. At 10, you may turn and fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, Blakeney, that's the end of the weak link in our chain. Yes, Tony, the weak link, but in his way, a strange and a strong man. Quite a fanatic. I'm sorry it was I that had to kill him. Oh, I'm not, Tony.
Oh?
You see, my friend, like all fanatics, he had his one last fling. Just look over there on the wall. Huh. His shot was aimed at me.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, 4 a.m., Blakeney. I should be here by now. Still more than an hour before daybreak. Don't be so nervous. I can't help it. After my last mistake, suppose my new man turns out to be... See, old boy, there they are now. Oh, the first group through the new chain. Pray heaven this one lasts, Blakeney. I've got a better prayer than that. A prayer for the day when our services are no longer needed.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
Presenting Marius Goring, star of the motion picture Red Shoes, as Baroness Orp's immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel. The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
It was one of our lighter adventures, and it began at a state ball in Paris. One of those gay affairs that the Committee of Public Safety organized every now and then to distract attention from the horrors of the guillotine. Among those present were two prosperous merchants of the city, ardent Republicans, of course, Citizen Pierre Lebas and his brother Jean, that is to say, Tony Dewhurst and myself, both of us deriving considerable enjoyment from the occasion.
Quite a night, eh, Brother Jean?
Oh, quite a night, Brother Pierre. Everybody who is anybody.
To say nothing of the nobodies?
Yes, indeed.
And, of course, the music.
Begone, thou cares, on with the dance.
Look, our old friend Chauvelin is to lead the minuet.
Well, fine figure of a man. Except, of course, for those legs.
Oh, those legs. He's making out to rechristen him Spindle Shacks. Save me. I've just remembered.
Remembered what?
I'm bespoke for this dance.
Oh, who do?
Oh, very charming and beautiful young lady. The belle of the ball, Madame Hérola.
You mean the wife of Vincent Héroulade?
One and the same. Deputy Chief Prosecutor of the State, member of the Committee of Public Safety. The most ambitious man in Paris, and reputedly the most jealous husband.
I'd be careful if I were you.
Oh, it's not Héroulade I'm scared of. It's Cécile.
Cécile?
Yes, his wife.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you wait till you see her. She's ravishing. Well, here I go. Wish me luck.
Tony, be careful. Be careful.
Dance well, Citizen Lebas.
Oh, and you divinely, Madame Héroulade. In fact, everything about you is divine. May I be permitted to say that, in my opinion, you are the most beautiful woman in Paris.
Oh, with such flattery, Citizen.
I swear.
Oh, come, Sir, confess. You said the same to all your partners tonight. That's the truth now, isn't it?
I've had no other partners tonight, nor shall I.
Are you leaving so early?
No, not at all, but having danced with a gazelle who wishes to partner an elephant.
Oh, you say very pretty things, sir. But elephants, for shame. You mustn't say such things.
I speak the truth.
Oh, I do protest that you're less than kind to others present.
For me, there are no others present.
Are you flirting with me, Citizen?
Madly. Do you mind?
No. No, I think I like it. Just a little.
Oh, no more than that?
Well, let us say a little more than a little.
When may I call on you?
Call on me?
Oh, tomorrow, perhaps, or the day after at latest. I couldn't bear to wait a moment longer.
No. I'm afraid that is not possible.
But I must see you again. I simply...
Oh, no, please.
You don't mean I do not believe it. You could not be so cruel.
You forget that I have a husband.
Oh, many women have husbands. It's very fit and proper they should, but what of it?
Well, he's inclined to be jealous.
So would I be in his place, madly, desperately jealous. If I found another man making love to you, I'd run him through there and then.
Exactly.
How do you mean, exactly?
Oh, that is just what Vincent would do. And he's an excellent swordsman. I wouldn't wish you an early death, my friend.
But you are presupposing something that need not happen.
Am I?
Certainly, you're taking it for granted he'll find us together.
You amaze me, sir.
Oh, really? How's that?
We've known each other 5 minutes. And already you are proposing a secret assignation.
Oh, you wrong me, I protest.
Perhaps I misunderstand.
Oh, surely, madame. I'd never presume to be so forward. But suppose, for example, when you leave here tonight, you inadvertently forget your fan.
Yes?
And suppose I were to find it and recognize it as yours. You follow me, I hope?
I have an idea I may be just a little ahead of you. But do go on.
And suppose tomorrow afternoon...
While my husband is away from home?
Oh, exactly. Suppose I were to do myself the honor of returning it. There'd be nothing wrong in that, would there? Nothing anyone could object to, I mean.
You are not only very persuasive, monsieur, but most resourceful. A quality gained from long experience, I've no doubt.
Madame, you do me wrong, after you will remember, won't you?
Remember what?
To forget your fan, of course.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, please.
Well, perhaps. But I must warn you again. My husband...
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20,000 husbands.
Ah, you are a poet, too.
Oh, madame, a certain Shakespeare. Slightly misquoted, I'm afraid, but speed on the hours, speed on.
cold, clear light of next morning, Tony's gallant certainty was replaced by grey doubt.
Oh, you know, Blakeney, I'm not at all sure I didn't make a considerable fool of myself last night.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Anyway, if you did, you were in good company.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, my dear fellow, men have been making fools of themselves out of beautiful women since the world began. Consider Adam, for instance.
Considering Adam isn't going to help the situation as far as I'm concerned.
I did warn you.
Oh, saying I told you so won't help either. What am I going to do, Blakeney, eh?
Leonard's an influential man. A man who has his finger on the pulse of political affairs. A man in close touch with those of the exclusive inner circle.
Yes, that's all very well.
His wife is a very beautiful young woman. You know that better than I do. And I dare say a very persuasive one, too. I'll wager Erolad has few secrets from her. There's little she doesn't know.
Oh, even
this would be an extremely valuable contact.
Are you suggesting that I...
Yes.
Go on. I should worm information out of her by making love to her.
Yes, I suppose that is what I am suggesting, really.
Oh, Blakeney, you horrify me.
Do I?
Well, I've never dreamed you'd be a party to such a thing.
My dear fellow, I'm not being a party to it.
Well, you're suggesting it. It's your idea.
All's fair in love and war.
Oh, yes, but dash it all, Blakeney, you really are serious?
Well, of course. Tony never did tell me exactly what happened that afternoon, or certainly during the first part of it, when he and the beautiful Cecile were alone. However, I understand that no more than a token coy resistance from the lady was given, when suddenly the door burst open.
So, this is what happens when I'm away from home.
Vincent.
Didn't expect me quite so soon, did you? Believe me, sir, I assure... Who is this fellow? This snake in the grass, this reptile who comes creeping as soon as a man's back is
Oh,
turned?
please, Vincent.
You misjudge me, monsieur.
Oh.
Misjudge you, do I?
Yes, you do. Grievously.
Perhaps my eyes were deceiving me. Perhaps I only imagined that a moment ago you were in each other's arms.
You don't understand.
Obviously not.
The fact is that I left my fan at the ball last night.
Yes.
The jeweled one you gave me for my last birthday. And Citizen Lebas found it and recognized it.
Of course. This is the fellow you were dancing with last night, I remember now. Smirking and sipping at each other. I never smirk, monsieur, nor do I simper.
And he was kind enough to return it to me this afternoon.
And you were so relieved to recover it, I suppose, that you threw your arms around his neck and kissed him, huh?
Yes.
You expect me to believe that?
Well, it is true.
I give you my word. You'll give me more than your word, Citizen Lebas. What do you mean? You'll give me what every betrayed husband has a right to demand, sir. You'll give me satisfaction. But really,
don't be so absurd, Vincent.
Absurd? Is it absurd to expect...
Well, haven't you realized yet who this gentleman is?
What are you talking about?
That the femme was merely a convenient excuse?
I have already gathered that.
That he came here, in fact, this afternoon, hoping to meet you.
Me?
So that in future the two of you can work together to your mutual advantage.
What?
It is true, isn't it, Citizen Lebas?
Why, yes, of course it is. This is some kind of trick, Cecile.
Tell Vincent who you really are.
Well, that is I.
Oh, never mind. I tell him. This gentleman is not, in fact, Citizen Lebas at all.
What's that?
Indeed, there is no such person.
Then may I be permitted to know who you are, please? Certainly, will you see...
He is an Englishman.
What? Look
In
here.
touch with the organization called the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel. And able and willing, at a price, of course, to betray its leader, the Pimpernel himself.
Is this true?
Of course it is true.
You are a different kettle of fish, as you English say. If out of ignorance I spoke in anger, monsieur, you'll forgive me, won't you? Monsieur... Oh, by the way, what is your real name? Name, Smith. William Smith. Delighted to meet you, Monsieur Smith. Thank you very much. You really think you can deliver the Pimpernel into my hands? Well, he's a very slippery character. Right. Still, it is possible? I believe so. Wonderful.
I knew you would be pleased, Vincent. Think what such a coup would mean to you. The prestige alone.
Yes, Sagad. As you English would say, it would put Chauvelin's nose right out of joint. Would it not?
They might even make you a senior prosecutor.
Might? They'd have to. Public opinion would demand it. But I can see even further than that, Cecile.
How much further?
I can see myself as deputy president of the Committee of Public Safety.
Higher even than Chauvelin himself. The second citizen of France.
Yes.
Oh, Vincent, I wonder.
Tell me, monsieur, have you any plans, any ideas? No. Much too early yet. This was merely to be an exploratory meeting, or to learn if you were interested at all. And to come to terms, I presume. Well, naturally. No doubt. How much? Well, to deliver the Pimpernel into your hands, 10,000 francs. You can't be serious. It's worth it. 5,000. 10. 6. 7. My price is 10,000 francs, monsieur.
Oh, think what it means, Vincent.
You drive a hard bargain. But 10 it is. Splendid. When can we expect action? Well, that depends. The Pimpernel's out of Paris at the moment, but He's expected back in a couple of days. As soon as he returns, we'll get down to details.
Excellent. You'll keep in touch?
I think for the sake of caution, it would be better if we weren't to meet till I have a definite plan.
Perhaps you're right. Then I shall hear from you in due course?
Yes.
Good. And now, my dear fellow, if you'll be kind enough to excuse me, one or two matters to attend to in my study, you understand?
Oh, yes, of course.
Monsieur Smith may care for some refreshment, Cecile. A glass of wine, perhaps?
Yes, Vincent.
Au revoir, my friend.
Au revoir. Oh, that was a close call. Congratulations, madame.
Congratulations.
Well, for your quick thinking, you averted a very awkward situation.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
That bit about me being an Englishman and in touch with the Scarlet Pimpernel was an invention of sheer genius. Of course, how am I going to explain to your husband
I think, monsieur, that the time has come for us to understand each other completely.
But I'm sure
You see, I happen to know that what I told my husband is true.
But really,
I suspected that you were English last night.
Why?
Because you are obviously not German, and only the English and the Germans quote Shakespeare.
Yes, but look
and
here.
I confirmed it today.
How?
By the way you made love to me.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Oh, there is a difference in technique, monsieur. Subtle, perhaps, but a woman knows.
You are imagining all
Oh,
this.
no, I'm not. And being English, monsieur, and being in Paris in disguise can mean only one thing. But you are a member of the League of the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Oh, really?
Save your denials, my friend. I know. I warned you last night. My husband is one of the best swordsmen in Paris. That was no less than true. So if you've any wish to live, monsieur, you will do as you are told.
What you
No,
mean?
I mean that you will deliver into our hands the Scarlet Pimpernel.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
I heard the whole delightful story of his meeting with Erolade from Tony the same evening.
And so, well, I've had it yourself. I seem to have got myself into a bit of a jam, don't I?
You certainly have.
Well, of course, the obvious thing, simply for Citizen Pierre Lebas to disappear. I have to find some other sort of disguise for myself.
Oh, no, you won't.
No, but hang it all, Black.
If Erolade wants you to portray the Pimpernel, it would be rather a pity to disappoint him, don't you think?
You can't possibly
I
mean
do.
that... Well, it'd be too dangerous. Erolade's no fool.
Neither is the lovely Cecile. In fact, they're both a lot cleverer than you've given them credit for.
How do you mean?
Of course, this whole thing was cooked up between them.
What? What? Cecile letting me make love to her and then Erolade catching us together? Well, of course.
Oh, but how? Well, it's obvious Cecile spotted who you were last night. She passed the word on to her husband, and they arranged to involve you today in compromising circumstances.
What, to scare me into playing along with them?
Well, precisely.
Ah, you're only guessing.
It's as plain as a pikestaff. Suppose you were an outraged husband who came home unexpectedly and found your wife in another man's arms. Would you believe such a fantastic story as Cecile told?
Well, I don't suppose I would.
Of course you wouldn't. If my wife told me such a story, I'd divorce her for foolishness. Therefore, the whole thing has been prearranged.
I believe you're right.
Of course I am.
Oh, yes, but even so...
Well?
Well, surely they don't imagine I'm such a poltroon that I'll betray you just to save my own skin.
Oh, there's a little matter of 10,000 francs, don't forget.
Yes, but dash it all, 10,000.
Tony, the whole political framework of France is built on bribery and corruption, and on the cynical belief that every man has his price. That's true, isn't it?
Yes, certainly.
And there's a firm belief that the English as a race are effete and decadent. That's true also, isn't it?
Yes.
And therefore it's reasonable for Erolade to assume that as far as you're concerned, what cupidity doesn't achieve, fear will.
I see what you mean. Well, what do you think we should do, eh?
Citizen Erolade is a very ambitious man.
Oh, very.
And ruthless in his ambition.
Well, entirely, I should think.
Such men are dangerous, Tony. I think it would be rather amusing, don't you, to take him down a peg or two, to kill his career before he becomes too powerful?
Oh, I think it'd be very amusing, but how?
I don't quite know. But I'll think of something. Later that evening, as I lay awake in bed, I conceived a plan that pleased me very well. Among the early callers at the offices of the Committee of Public Safety next morning was a middle-aged provincial, a certain Citizen Dubois.
One of Citizen Chauvelin's secretaries. You wish to see him, I believe?
Oui, that is right, monsieur.
What is your business?
Oh, it is personal, as you might say.
I'm sorry. Unless you are prepared to state the exact nature of your business, there is no possibility of his seeing you at all.
It is about the taxes, monsieur.
You mean to say you come all the way to Paris to protest about your tax?
Oh, no, not...
You're wasting your time. You'd better go away.
Oh, no, I am not here to protest, monsieur. What I say is that the taxes, they are fair, they are right.
Well, an unusual and a refreshing point of view, I must say.
But it is the creatures who evade paying the taxes I want to see Citizen Chauvelin about. It is not right. No, it is not right. They should be paid, and people should be glad to pay them.
Do I understand you evidence of deliberate tax evasion?
Oui, monsieur.
Names and specific instances?
Oui, monsieur.
In that case, Citizen Chauvelin will see you, I believe, about 10 o'clock Friday morning.
Friday morning? Oh, I had wanted to be back on my farm by Friday morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, that is the earliest possible
Could
time.
I not see him for a few minutes now?
He's not here?
This afternoon?
He has 3 meetings this afternoon.
Tomorrow morning?
He has business with the governor of Saint-Lazare jail tomorrow morning.
When his business is over?
He expects to be there from 9 to 12, and he's busy all the afternoon, too. It will have to be Friday morning or not at all.
Oh, well, if that is how it to be, that is how it is to be, I suppose. What time shall I come?
10 o'clock, and see that you are not late.
I will be there, monsieur. Bonjour, monsieur. I had learned all I wanted to. There remained a certain amount of minor forging to do. A letter from the governor of the jail to Chauvelin stating there was considerable business to discuss and asking if he would time his visit for 8:30 instead of 9. The letter was duly delivered, and the same evening Tony presented himself before the Evolad. When he returned later to headquarters, he was jubilant.
It worked like a charm, Blakeney. They swallowed the whole thing, hook, line, and sinker.
Good. What did you tell them?
Exactly what you'd suggested I should. I said you'd return to Paris sooner than expected on a mission to rescue a certain nobleman named the Marquis de la Tour from Saint-Lazare prison.
You told them about Chauvelin?
Yes, I said you'd learned that Chauvelin was to visit the prison tomorrow morning.
You explained how I'd found that out?
Yes, I said you disguised yourself as a provincial seeking an appointment with Chauvelin. And then I went on to tell them your plan was to get to the prison half an hour earlier than had been appointed, impersonating Chauvelin, of course, to send for the Marquis on the pretense of interrogating him, and then to smuggle him out somehow.
You've no doubt whatever the Evolad do accept the story.
Well, he was a bit non-committal at first, if not actually suspicious. Then he wrote a couple of notes and sent 2 of his servants out with them. I stayed till they'd returned with the answers.
Who were they to?
One was to Chauvelin's secretary. He wrote back confirming that a provincial had, in fact, that morning made an appointment to see Chauvelin.
Good.
And the other was to the governor of the prison. He confirmed that he's expecting a visit from Chauvelin tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
Couldn't be better. There is just one thing, though.
Oh, what's that?
Well, if any of this should get back to Chauvelin through the secretary or the jail governor, it'll give the game away.
Well, I don't think there's any danger of that.
Be sure?
Oh, quite sure. You see, being ambitious, Erolard wants to collect the whole credit for this coup for himself.
And, of course, he's reasoned that if Chauvelin learned what was afoot, the whole thing will be taken out of his hands.
Exactly. So his notes to the secretary and the governor were models of discretion. They didn't give a single thing away.
Excellent. You know, Tony, I've an idea. I'm going to enjoy this.
Do you mean you're going to be there?
Oh, at a discreet distance, of course. I wouldn't miss it for worlds. And so, at 8:30 next morning, outside the gates of Saint-Lazare prison...
I beg to report, sir, that the men are under cover and ready.
Thank you, Sergeant. Do you know exactly what your orders are?
Yes, sir. When you blow your whistle, we'll come out. We'll close in and make the arrest.
That's the idea. Off you go now.
Certainly, sir.
You'd better get under cover too, Mr. Smith.
Oh, yes, it would not do to let him see me, would it?
I'll call you when I want you.
All right.
Hi. I hear a carriage now. It's probably him.
Be back to pick me up at 12 sharp.
Very good, sir. Good morning, Citizen Chauvelin.
What are you doing here, Eulad?
So you know me, eh?
Well, of course I know you.
Rather earlier than you'd planned, aren't you, Citizen?
I had word from the governor, but what's all this about, anyhow?
So, you had word from the governor, eh? Very interesting.
Now, look here, Eulad.
Citizen Erolard from you.
What's that?
You heard what I said, you insolent dog.
What?
You are under arrest.
You must be crazy.
You've overplayed your hand, my friend. The game's up.
All right. Hold in, men. And be ready for your muskets. He got to get customer this one.
What's the meaning of all this? Take your hands off me. You'll pay dearly for this, every one of you. Don't you realize who I am?
Mrs. Smith? identify him as the Scarlet Pimpernel? I do indeed.
Scarlet Pimpernel? You fool, Everard! You idiot!
Oh, perhaps that will teach you to keep a civil tongue, you English
You'll be sorry for that. I'll break you for this. By heaven, I will.
Take him away.
You stupid nincompoop.
Take him away.
I'll break you, Everard! I'll break you! I'll break you!
Monsieur, are you satisfied? More than satisfied. Wait till Chauvelin hears about this. He'll be green with envy. Well, I'm sure he will be. My 10,000 francs, if you please.
What's that?
Well, we made a bargain. Of course. Treachery has its price, has it not? 10,000 francs. Here you are, monsieur.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
And you had to stand there meekly while he called you a traitor to your face.
Well, I know. I had to accept it. I couldn't even hit him.
Serves you right, my dear fellow.
Yes, Blakeney, but what about this 10,000 francs? I'm not going to spend that fellow's money, you know?
Particularly now that Ewellard is certainly out of a job, and I imagine rather hard up.
Well, I'll put the money into the League's fund, shall I?
Debts of honor first, Tony. Debts of honor first.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, well, you never told me how far exactly you went with the lovely Cecile.
Well, not very far, I'm afraid.
How far?
Oh, a couple of kisses?
That makes 5,000 francs a kiss. An expensive lady.
You mean give her her husband's money?
Yes, Tony. Gentlemen always pay for their pleasures.
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring, is produced by Harry Allen Towers.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven? Is he in hell? That damned elusive Pimpernel.
is immortal character, the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring as Sir Percy Blakeney.
The French Revolution was all but over, and Europe was praying for a lasting peace. But suddenly these hopes were dashed by the rise of a new and powerful personality in France, an ambitious young general named Napoleon Bonaparte. Tony Dewhurst and I were holidaying with friends on the Kentish coast, a family we brought out of France during the Terror 4 years earlier, the widowed Countess de la Chapelle and her son Anatole and her daughter Félicité. After dinner on our first evening, the talk turned inevitably to the one subject that I've no doubt was being discussed in 100,000 other English homes.
He would never attempt it, I'm sure. I'm only a woman and I do not understand such things. But there are too many things against him. Are there not, Sir Percy?
Let's hope so, madam.
Well, I'm sure they're much too great.
You really think that, Lord Dewhurst?
I certainly do. You see, to bring an invasion force across the Channel, you'd first need to win control of the seas. And, well, that's something you'll never do.
Ah, your British Navy. It gives one such a wonderful feeling of confidence.
Oh, I don't think an invasion's as impossible as all that.
No, what do you know about it, Anatole? You are only a child.
I'm 20.
Your mind is not matured yet.
Who are you to talk? You are only 2 years older yourself.
Now, children, no quarreling, please.
As a matter of fact, it is a subject I've given a good deal of thought to.
And what conclusions have you reached?
I do not think command of the seas is necessary at all.
Oh, but sure.
Consider. The channel at its narrowest point is, 21 miles across?
Yeah, just about.
Even here, it is less than 50 miles to Boulogne. With a fair wind, a small boat could make the crossing in, how long would you say?
8 hours, perhaps?
My point exactly. Except in the summertime, completely during the hours of darkness.
Very interesting, Anatole. But it would take many hundreds of small boats to transport an invading army, not to mention their arms and ammunition and supplies.
Hundreds, it'd take thousands.
And it would be quite impossible to assemble such a fleet, without the British government getting to hear about it.
You see, Anatole, your beautiful theory exploded already. Perhaps you had better leave it to the generals and the admirals. They know about such things.
But Sir Percy misunderstands me, Maman.
Oh, do I? Sorry.
I was not thinking of a mass invasion, but of, well, I suppose you would call it a sort of infiltration.
How do you mean exactly, Anatole?
Oh, tonight a few men here, tomorrow night a few somewhere else, the night after a few more, gradually building up strength, you see, until the signal comes to attack.
And where would they hide? These few here and these few there.
Oh, there must be places, caves in the cliffs perhaps, woods.
You talk nonsense, Anatole.
You don't understand such things. You may be older than I am, but you're only a girl.
Oh, please, children. You must forgive them, Sir Percy. They're real fond of each other, but always they argue like this.
As a matter of fact, I find Anatole's idea rather interesting.
You do?
I don't say it's practical, mind you. But if the element of surprise were maintained, it's just the sort of thing that might come off.
Of course, whoever planned it would have to be a man of audacity and vision.
But don't you see that's exactly what he is?
Bonaparte, you mean?
Yes.
Really, Anatole? You speak as though you approve of the man.
Well, I don't approve him exactly, but I do admire him in a way.
To think that I should live to hear such a thing from my own son.
Oh, you must admit he's doing a lot for France, welding it together, making it strong again.
I admit no such thing. The man is a human monster without conscience or mercy. Yes, of course he is. You will be saying next that you are in favor of the revolution.
Oh, don't be silly, Felicité.
It amounts to the same thing. Anyway, I have heard you.
You had not?
Oh, yes, I have. The other day I heard you say the monarchy was effete, and that King Louis was a bad and a weak ruler, and a costly luxury to the state, and, lots of other things. Is this true, Anatole?
Well, if you must know, I do think France is better off without him. Not that I think he deserves to be killed, of course, but...
Anatole, I am gravely displeased.
But, Mamma, you must admit yourself
To say
that...
such a thing when your own father was killed by those terrible Jacobins.
I'm not defending the revolution. I'm simply trying to say...
I am not prepared to argue with you. You will go at once to your home.
But
at once.
Yes, Mamma. Good night, everyone.
The subject was not raised again. And in a couple of days, Anatole was back in favor, and the whole incident was forgotten. One afternoon, Tony strolled down to the village, shared a few glasses of ale with the locals, and he came back with a strange story.
They were telling me about that old ruined mansion on the headland just north of the beach. You've seen it, of course, Blakeney.
Yes, I've intended several times to ask about it.
Oh, you must mean the place that they call Martin's Folly.
Yes, that's it.
Well, what's its history?
Oh, I know so little about such things. Perhaps one of the children.
Well, I do not know much about it either, I'm afraid. Except that it was supposed to be built by a man who made his fortune as a privateer during the days of your Queen Elizabeth.
That's right. Sir Rufus Martin. They called him Sir Rufus because he had red hair. He was a man of very violent temper, they say. He caught his wife with another man and killed them both. Then set fire to the house and was destroyed himself in the ruins.
Well, a nice, charming, blood-curdling tale.
Yes, and ever since then, the place has been haunted by the three of them.
Yes, I thought they were telling me in the village. They seem to take it quite seriously, too. In fact, I'm assured nobody ever goes near the place after nightfall.
And with good reason, too.
Oh, but surely you don't believe.
In ghosts?
Yes.
Why should I not?
Well, I mean to say...
I believe in what I see, Lord Dewhurst.
And what have you seen, eh?
I have seen at night moving lights and vague misty forms.
Oh, really, Felicity?
And I have heard the weeping of a woman and groans and the clash of swords.
Oh, you are letting your imagination run away with
No,
you,
it
child.
is true, Mama.
I can vouch for that.
You've seen and heard these things too, Anatole?
Well, not all of them, but there is something there.
You probably saw gypsies or tramps camping for the night.
No. Early next morning I looked, and there was no one.
Goodness, then it must have been ghosts.
Now, Blakeney, you don't mean to say you believe in them, too?
My dear fellow, I'm perfectly open-minded, as you always know. I neither believe nor do I disbelieve.
Oh, well, I think it is all a lot of nonsense.
No, you shouldn't say that, Mama. You do not know.
Tell me, Felicity, are these ghosts supposed to appear every night or only from time to time?
Well, as to that, I cannot say, monsieur.
Well, there's one way of finding out, eh, Tony?
You mean...
Let's go after supper for a little stroll to Martin's Folly.
Oh, no, you do not do it. Please, you must not.
Oh, Felicity, mon enfant, you
How
are
about
quite
it,
upset.
eh? Well, not scared, are you?
Oh, of course not.
With any sort of luck, we may even meet the red-haired Sir Rufus.
They were nice for us.
It was dark by 9. Soon afterwards, rejecting an offer by Anatole to accompany us, we made our way across the sand dunes and up the steep hill on top of which stood the ruined mansion, or rather its gutted shell. We stayed in a small copse nearby, and in the pale moonlight we could vaguely see the ivy-covered walls. An hour passed, 2 hours. Then suddenly, Blakeney, look over there. Where?
In the west wing.
Can't see anything.
Oh, well, nor do I now. But a moment ago there was a light.
Oh, well, what sort of a light?
A sort of eerie green one.
Ah.
There it is again.
Yes, again.
See how it comes and goes. As though there were a swirling mist around it.
Well, it's no ordinary lantern light.
Well, if you ask me, it's no ordinary anything. It's gone now. There it is again. Blakeney, do you hear what I hear?
Swords.
Hey, look! What's that on the terrace?
Well, I hear it. Just make it out. It's a woman, I think.
No, it's not. It's a man in doublet and hose. There's the light again. Now I can see him more clearly.
His hair, Tony.
It's flaming red. Sir Rufus Martin. Oh, let's get away from here.
No, yeah.
But I've never been afraid of anything living.
He's all right. Really. He's gone now, and so's the light.
I'll never disbelieve in ghosts again.
It certainly was a weird experience.
Weird? It was terrifying. Oh, come on, let's get back to the house.
I lay awake a long while that night, thinking about Martin's Folly and the things we had seen there. Next morning, Tony and I took a stroll along the beach, and I began to talk about the events of the preceding night.
It's all the same to you. I'd rather forget the whole thing. Wild horses wouldn't drag me near that place again after dark.
Perhaps that's the idea.
Well, that's the idea. What
Perhaps
idea?
that's the purpose of the ghost. To make sure people do keep away.
Oh, that's all right with me. If he wants to haunt Martin's Folly, he can do so till the end of time, as far as I'm concerned.
You don't quite see what I mean. What I'm trying to say is that maybe he isn't a real ghost at all.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Nick. If you're suggesting that, unearthly figure we saw was somebody dressed up.
It might have been.
But he was transparent. I could see right through.
Oh, nonsense.
I could, I tell you.
My dear Tony, you're imagining things. I saw him as clearly as you did, and whatever else he may have been, he was not transparent.
But he certainly gave me that impression.
It was a trick of the light.
Perhaps so. I still say he was a ghost, though.
A French ghost, then.
Chauvelin with red hair. I see what you mean.
Now, look here. Look, then. Let me draw something for you with my stick here in the sand. Now, watch.
All right.
Now, look here. This crescent in the beach, just down from here. Hamilton Sands, right?
Uh-huh.
These are the sand dunes beyond, about half a mile square. Quite a big area.
Yes.
At each end of the beach, there are cliffs and there are headlands, right?
Yep.
And here on the eastern headland is this house, and over yonder on the western headland
is Martin's Folly.
Exactly. About 3/4 of a mile apart, with sand dunes in between.
So what's all this leading to?
Now, suppose a landing were to be made on the beach.
Troop landing, you mean?
Right. But suppose this house in Martin's Folly were in the hands of the invaders, and suppose they had light artillery, what would the situation be then?
Well, they could have fired across the dunes and prevent anyone crossing them, I dare say.
Precisely.
It's all extremely interesting, but unfortunately, it has no foundation in fact at all.
Properly organized, it could be possible.
So to cover their landings, here at any rate, they seized this house.
Well, that shouldn't be difficult, with only Anatole and a few servants to oppose them.
And established themselves at Martin's Folly.
Well, why not?
And where does the ghost come in, eh?
Suppose an advance guard were already here, established in the ruined house, laying up a store of arms and ammunition.
Then you think the idea of the ghost to scare off inquisitive intruders?
Perhaps.
Well, let's make a thorough search of the place by daylight. Let's take another walk over there after lunch, shall we?
Tony.
Yes?
What's wrong with now? But after 2 hours of careful search through the ruins of Martin's Folly, we found nothing. No hidden arms, no signs of occupation of any sort, just rubble and weeds and crumbling walls. We began to walk home disconsolately.
Tell me for your thoughts, Blakeney.
Have you seen over many Elizabethan houses?
Scores of them, why?
Can you ever remember one that didn't have a cellar?
Cellar? Well, no.
Every house had its cellar then, as it has now. And today there's no sign of one. We were never at any time below ground level.
Perhaps Martin just didn't believe in them. Perhaps that was one of his follies.
No nonsense. There must be cellars underground somewhere.
Yes, but we'd have seen them, wouldn't we? Or at least the way down.
Tony, a secret entrance. It explains a lot of things. And most particular of all, it explains how the ghost of Sir Rufus suddenly appeared and as suddenly disappeared last night. Tony, we're going back there this evening.
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
So, that same night, we returned to Martin's Folly. The apparition had appeared in the west wing, so we found a hiding place there, inside the ruined walls, and waited. It was a night of scudding clouds and a whistling wind, awesome and eerie. Midnight struck.
If you ask me, we're wasting a good night's sleep. I'll wager a guinea to a groat nothing happens.
Certainly won't if you insist on talking.
If you ask... What is it?
I heard something.
What?
I don't know. A sort of creaking sound, huh?
Sort of what sound?
Creaking.
Probably the wind.
No, it was much more than that. It seemed Tony, the light. Well, it's coming from somewhere beyond that wall.
Do you think we can creep toward it?
Towards the light? Yes, well, let's try. But for heaven's sake, tread warily. Now, no noise, or we'll scare the ghost away.
Listen, the swords again. The ghost certainly follows a set routine.
Noisy fellow, isn't he?
It certainly is. But the light seems to be dimming.
Yes, it's moving away from us. Yeah, make towards that archway ahead. Now, hurry, hurry. And then, as we neared the archway, Tony stumbled over a pile of rubble and pitched forward with a resounding clatter. Throwing caution to the winds, I ran towards the source of the light. For an instant, I saw the small, slight figure of a man in Elizabethan dress.
Then the light was doused, and all I could see was a vague shadow moving swiftly away. My hand closed on a stone, and I flung it. I heard what seemed to be a gasp of human pain. Then a cloud crossed the moon, and all was dark as pitch. I sensed rather than saw Tony beside me.
Sorry about that, Blakeney.
So you should be.
Oh, well, what happened?
Well, I saw him.
Oh, who?
Well, the ghost, your transparent one. I hit him.
Hit him?
With a stone.
It must have gone straight through him.
Well, I must have heard him on the way through then.
How do you mean?
I heard him scream. So ended that night's adventure. Next morning when we rose, there was no sign of Anatole. A couple of hours later, as Tony and I strolled in the grounds, he came across the lane towards us. And around his head he wore a bandage.
Good morning. I'm sorry I was not able to join you this morning at breakfast.
Oh, that's all right.
Had an accident, Anatole?
Yes, a slight head wound. It's nothing important.
Oh, dear. Well, how did it happen?
Well, last night I didn't sleep well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this morning early I went to the stables, saddled one of the horses, and took myself off for a ride. I was galloping on the beach when my mount stumbled. I was thrown and hit my head on a small stone.
Bad luck.
I blame only myself. I'm such a poor rider.
Oh, come now.
But how fares it with you, monsieur? You slept well, I hope?
Admirably.
And how was your ghost hunting this time?
And what makes you think we went ghost hunting again?
Well, about 12:30, I heard footsteps on the drive, and later sounds in the passageway and the opening of doors. It was you, was it not?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we did take another little stroll over to Martin's Folly, didn't we?
Did you have any luck?
No, I didn't see a thing.
Perhaps Rufus was resting last night.
I dare say.
Well, if you'll be good enough now to excuse me, I have things to do.
Certainly.
We will meet at lunch. À bientôt.
Au revoir.
This becomes most interesting, but,
Well, it looks as though my marksmanship couldn't have been too bad last night, huh?
So you're thinking what I'm thinking, eh?
Seems pretty obvious, isn't it?
Oh, of course, it may only be a coincidence.
Oh, it may.
Anatole, of all people. I don't understand.
Oh, I do, in a sort of way.
Yes, but to be such a renegade, to ally himself against the enemies of his own class, his own people, to betray the country that's given his family
Oh, I dare say he doesn't see it like that.
Well, how else could he see it?
Well, this man's Napoleon is greater than most people have yet realized, Tony.
Greater?
More dangerous, if you like. The French don't see him just as a good general and a capable ruler. They see him as a sort of demigod, a man of destiny who's going to lead them back to greatness.
And you think...
I think Anatole's fallen under his spell. He sees himself not as a traitor, but as a patriot. I give him the credit of believing he's quite sincere. But there's something much more important. That so-called ghost we saw last night. Well, he came from somewhere, and he must have gone back somewhere. Before he appeared, do you remember that sort of creaking sound I heard?
Of course. The secret door to the cellars.
Uh-huh.
Oh, back to Martin's Folly again, I suppose.
Now, let's see. We were hidden here, and the light came from there, didn't it? Through the archway, beyond that wall.
Yes, it's a long, narrow room. Must have been a sort of gallery. Where were you standing when you saw him?
Well, here, by the arch.
Where was he?
15 feet away.
Oh, well, check that. Back here, would you say?
More or less.
Well, then what happened?
Well, the light was doused, and he turned and ran.
Directly away from you?
Yes.
That means to say he went this way.
That's right. Then I threw the stone.
Would he have been this far away from you then?
Oh, it's hard to tell. I should think so, yes.
Good.
Hold on a minute. I'll join you. Yes, I imagine he must have been somewhere near here at the time.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I lost sight of him altogether from then on.
Well, he could only possibly have gone two ways. Straight ahead of the far arch or through here into what looks as though it may have been the entrance to the servants' quarters.
Let's split forces. You
Right.
go there, I'll go here. If you come across anything that could conceivably be a secret entrance to anything, give me a call.
Right. See you later. Blakeney, quickly, come here.
Tony was standing before an intact stretch of wall, overgrown like all the rest, and yet somehow different.
I found it, I think. This stonework here isn't quite the same texture as the rest. If it is a secret door, well, how on earth does it open?
Well, obviously by some hidden mechanism that works by pressing on one particular stone.
But to find it's another thing. Let's try each one separately. You start that side and I'll start this, all right?
Right. Well, it's certainly not this one. Oh! Ouch.
All right.
Nor that. Oh, there's a spider. Nor this one. How are you going, Tony?
Oh, no luck so far.
Oh, the earwigs.
Here, wait a minute. This one seems to give just a little, yes.
Well, press it then. Press
That's
it.
what I am doing. Oh, it's loose, all right.
Well, press it harder.
You can feel a quite definite movement. Blakeney, look. We've done it.
Good man.
Flight of steps leading down. You were right.
Now, look, you stay here on guard. I'll go down and investigate.
Oh, no, you don't. I wouldn't miss this for £1,000.
And suppose our ghostly friend turns up and closes the door on us and we can't get out again?
Well, we'll take a chance on that.
The steps came onto a long subterranean passageway. At the end of this, there was a door. We opened it, and there before us was a vast cellar.
Blakeney, it's incredible.
Well.
Look at those racks of muskets. Scores of them. Hundreds. Pistols, swords, ball ammunition, kegs of powder.
Quite an arsenal, eh?
And I threw arm a couple of battalions, even cannonballs and a couple of small cannon. I don't understand how on earth they'd possibly have got all this stuff here.
Well, they certainly didn't bring it the way we came.
No.
They've never done so without being seen.
That means there must be another entrance somewhere.
Dear Tony, if you only use your eyes, you'd see a door on the far side. It's obviously through there. Beyond the far door, there was another passageway, higher and wider than the first, and dropping steeply. Then suddenly it opened out, and we were in a huge cave, with water lapping at our feet.
So that's it. Cavern in the cliff face. Arms and stores brought over from France by night, unloaded and stacked in the cellars below Martin's.
Yeah, neat, eh?
Neat, very neat. Apart from arms, you could smuggle a regiment of soldiers in here without anyone being the wiser. Well, what do we do now?
We go back the way we came. We close the secret door, and we hope we haven't been observed. So back we went again, through the great cellar with its huge store of arms along the passageway and up the steps. The secret door was still open, and all seemed well. We stepped out into the sunlight, closed the door carefully behind us, and then... Blakeney! Tony's hand was touching his right shoulder. Blood was seeping through his fingers. As he collapsed, I grabbed him, and drawing him with me, I flung myself behind the precarious cover of a pile of rubble. Dust spurted an inch from my head. It was Anatole, of course. It could be no one else. I lay still a while, but I knew I must act, and soon, or else Anatole would stalk me and pick me up at his leisure. There seemed only one chance to draw his fire and charge him before he could reload. So I gathered myself ready. Then, deliberately, I raised my head. Now, I sprang forward in the direction the shot had come from. A few paces only, and then my foot stubbed the projecting stone, and I sprawled forward. For a second, I lay winded and half stunned, my face in the dust. Then I lifted my eyes and found myself staring into the black holes of a double-barreled musket. My gaze followed along the barrels to the triggers. A slim figure was already curving around one of them, and then suddenly...
Are you all right?
Anatole...
Oh, thank heaven I got here in time.
But I thought...
It was your life or hers.
Hers? You mean you can't?
Regardez, monsieur. Look on the face of a traitor.
Felicity?
Yes.
Oh, no. No!
In a moment, Marius Goring returns as the Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Marius Goring as the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Come in. Oh, it's you, Blakeney. I've just been talking to the doctor. He tells me you're going to be all right. A week or so in bed, perhaps.
Oh, be hanged to that. It'll take more than a fiddling little flesh wound to keep me in bed. Blakeney, have you talked to the Countess and Anatole?
Yes?
Pretty cut up, I suppose.
Naturally.
Still can't believe it, you know. How in the name of heaven would a girl like Felicity... I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
It's simple enough, really, Tony. She was 18 when the family fled from France. She already had a lover, it seems. An ambitious young soldier named Doran. He's now one of Bonaparte's captains. He followed and found her here in England, and you can guess the rest.
So it wasn't just a warped and twisted sense of patriotism.
Something much stronger than that. The strongest motive in the world, Tony. Love.
The Adventures of the Scarlet Pimpernel, starring Marius Goring, is written by Joel Murcutt, with music composed and conducted by Sidney Torch. Produced by Harry Allen Tars.